Welcome back to No Man's Sky, everyone. Jason here, and this is our beginner series for 2025 in No Man's Sky. In the last episode, we found a corrupted planet, which is going to be a planet that has purple crystals on it, and also corrupted sentinels. However, this planet is a dead planet, or an airless planet, lifeless planet, whatever you want to call it. It does not have any cool stuff on it like Sentinel ships or Harmonic camps, and that's what we were coming here for. So let's go find another planet that's going to have that. We have a echolocator. There is no harmonic camp, harmonics in this system, so if you use it, it says, sorry, no harmonies detected, so we need to go somewhere else. Let's go find another cool system, because we want to get a Sentinel ship. That is the goal today. So we have to go out into space. And again, just like the last time. Oh, this is a pirate system. Woo, wait a minute. We have a pirate system in here. But we're also looking for a dissident system. Where you at? Where you at? Oh, right there. Boom, right there. 69 light years away. Nice. All right, let's get in here and go. So we're looking for dissonant systems, or dissonance systems, because that's where the corruption is. There's going to be one planet that is corrupted, and every once in a while you're going to run into a planet that it is corrupted. However, it just, it has no life on it, so there's no way for you to find a Sentinel ship. Let's see over here. That is not a corrupted one. That's a barren planet. So we're looking for dissidents detected. That's what we're doing. Oh, wait a minute. Someone's already found this one. Addicted to ramen. He already found that planet, so he's already been here. So I don't know. Pillared planet. This looks like another one that's not good. So, double check just to do this. No harmonies detected in current system. Man, we are having a bad luck. Wow, that's the second one in a row. We're going to find one, though. We're going to find one. So let's keep looking around. Dissidents, where are you? Right there. Dissident. Or dissonant. I call it dissident. I call it, easy to remember. It's corrupted. It's a corrupted system. So that's what we're looking for. Corrupted sentinels. Get all that stuff done. We'll be able to get a good ship, a sentinel ship. So now, this is a freighter battle. You will randomly run into these every few hours, depending on how often you warp to different systems. The more you warp to different systems, more likely you are to run into one of these. Basically, this freighter is under attack, and it's asking for our help. The pirates are attacking the freighter. If you kill the pirates, we can actually board the freighter, and they will thank you. So let's get these pirates done. Holy cow, there's a lot of them. There's 8 of them, so that's always great. So you'll notice my weapon overheated because it took all of it to blow out the shields on that pirate. So what you can do is, different weapons will do different things. Like my photon cannon will take down the shields really quickly, but when I go to the actual ship itself, it doesn't do very much damage. But if I switch over to my rockets, lock on and shoot this guy if he slows down for me. There you go. Rockets will do a lot of damage to your ship, but not to your shield. So if I find another pirate and I try to shoot him with my rocket right now when he has shields on, it won't do very much to him. Let's get this guy right here. This is our guy. Oh, maybe not. This is our guy. One of these guys is going to be our guy. I just hit him with a rocket. Oh yeah, it didn't do anything to his shield. So different weapons will be used for different things. I would highly recommend, especially when you first start out, your starting ship has the photon cannon, which is like the machine gun, and a rocket. So knock out their shields with your photon cannon, and then when the shields are gone, switch to your rocket, and boom, done. Later on, we'll get more advanced weapons. We'll be able to get like, a huge ballista. We'll be able to get a positron injector. We'll get more advanced weapons. But when you're first starting out, that's what you should probably do. Do that pattern of take out the shields with the photon cannon, and then boom, hit him with a rocket. This guy's gonna nail me. Oh my god, I'm taking damage. Boom, there we go. Oh, my shields are getting my shields are down, so now I'm getting damage on my ship. What you can do in the middle of this is if you press down on your D-pad, recharge your equipment, you can recharge your shield. If you recharge your shield, it'll boost it back up, but it's going to use your, what's it called? Your sodium. So you're definitely going to have to pay attention to that. If you don't have any sodium, you can't really do anything. You can also buy batteries to recharge your shields in your ship if you'd like. Oh, we only have 2 more guys left. They're way over here, though. So let's blow these guys up. 1 more. Where's this guy at? Oh, he's circling around trying to get me. So we were taking out a whole bunch of pirates. Keep in mind... Oh, wait, we have a call from the freighter. I don't speak any of your language. Sorry, Mr. Korvax. The life form, who must be the captain of this freighter, looks greatly relieved. They gesture as if to welcome me aboard their vessel. Well, let's do it. So, you notice I was picking up stuff from the wreckage of those ships. You will randomly get, like, packages of goods and things like that, these random packs. Like, I got 2 packages of arms, 1 of the package of tech, and 2 of the goods. If you open these up, they will give you different items. Like, I got a Gravitino ball and some hex core. Okay. And out of my arm upgrades, this is going to be a technology upgrade. I got a random whittled sewing machine. And I got a, suspicious neutron cannon that's going to be for your multi-tool. We can't have any room, so we'll hold on to that. Then we also got, we got a hyperdrive upgrade. We don't have any room for that. We definitely need to get a freaking, what's it called? We need to get a new ship because we have no room. I mean, technically we do, so we can slap this over here and see what it does. 73 light years. That's not good. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good. So this A class has 189 light years and warp cell efficiency. The fact that this only has 73 light years means it's probably a C class. Anyway, we did all that. Let's go talk to the captain of this freighter. So I'm going to show you 2 ways to do this. So whenever you land on a freighter, you can buy this if you want. If you have the money, you can buy it. And so before you even go talk to the captain, because the captain will tell you what the freighter is, like how much it has and everything. If you pull out your visor while you're down here and just look at the floor, over on the left-hand side, it'll tell you exactly what this freighter is. So the captain's name is Captain Askivy. Race is Korvax. The fleet size is 12, so that means he has 12 frigates nearby. But then the more important thing, the class is a freighter, of course. It's an A class with 19 cargo slots. The first number is going to be your cargo, how much you can carry, and then 12 of your technology slots. So it has 12 open or usable technology slots. And its value is 18 million. So you know you're going to need 18 million in order to buy this freighter. Now the secret is the first rescue you do will give you the freighter for free. Let's walk over here. This is a teleporter up to the bridge. The first rescue mission you do, we just rescued this freighter. The first one we do, they give it to you for free. So if you talk to the captain, like, oh no, aid and traveler Korvax, I don't need any of that. Lights flicker rapidly across the life form's visor, and their head nods imperceptibly forwards. They seem to be showing me gratitude? They gesture toward the control panel of the freighter, as if to suggest I take command. So this is where you can just say, hey, let me see your freighter, let's see what it is. And again, because we scanned it earlier, we know it's an A class, we know it's 18 million, and the freighter, 19 cargo, 12 technology. So 12 up here, 19 down here. So if you want this freighter, you can claim it right now. It's free. It doesn't cost you the 18 million. However, I will say, the first one is free. So if you accept this one, it will remove your first rescue. If you leave, you can do this over and over and over again. And until you accept the freighter, it'll always be free. The first one you accept is free. After that, you'll have to pay for it. So if I already did this mission, it would cost me 18 million. I don't want this freighter. We can get a better one, I think. So A-class is very good, but the inventory is kind of small. So I'm going to look for something better. And this freighter looks kind of funky. I don't like the look of this freighter. So we'll come back. We'll leave this for another one. But you can accept the reward. So let's get our reward. We don't want the freighter. We want a reward, a payment. So you can just request your payment instead, and they will pay you. So I got cargo. I got a standing with my Korvax. I got nanites for that. And they should give you some gold. Yes. And do I get any cash for that? No, that's it. Oh, dang it. That's okay. But yeah, so we can ignore that. If we keep declining the freighter, it will keep being for free. They will keep giving us one for free as long as you do the rescue mission. And keep in mind, they are randomized, so you don't know when you're going to get your next one. We've done one already, so now that timer is reset. In general, it's every 3 hours of game time, so you have to play the game for 3 hours, and you have to warp a minimum of 5 times for it to trigger. So keep all of that in the back of your head. It's still randomized, so it might be faster, might be slower, depending on the game. But in generalities, that's what you're going to be doing. So, we're on our mission to go find a, oh, that one looks good! A dissidence detected. And it's on a rocky planet that has salvageable scrap, cactus flesh, so we're good on that. Let's use our chart, an echolocator. And it should mark the location of a harmonic camp for us. There it is. Let's go! And we are definitely going to try to get a new ship. So ours is, I mean, we can fix this one, right? Yeah, we can fix that. So let's do this. We're gonna get rid of that because we have a C-class hyperdrive already anyway. So delete that because that'll give us a wiring loom. We also got magnetized ferrite. So now we can fix our shield at least. Boom, boom, boom. Remember, you can destroy things to get your materials back. I utilize that a lot. You should as well, especially if you have upgrades you don't care about or you don't want. You can just install them and then delete them, and it will give you awesome materials back. Got a couple buildings down there. What the heck is this? Let's see what these are. They're right next to each other. What is this? It's just a just a save beacon. And what is this up here? This is just another save. Okay, so we have, oh no, that's an antenna, so we can find a minor settlement if we use that. We're not worried about that. We want this harmonic camp. That's what our echolocator marked for us. So here we go. We are at a harmonic camp, which is a unique building type that's only in corrupted systems. Now, I would highly, highly suggest you plant something here. Either plant a base computer, or if you want to, we can unlock a, what's it called? We can unlock a save beacon. So I went into the, oh, I don't have anything in here. I went into the construction research unit. Yeah, construction research unit. And I can unlock basic stuff. Remember, when we went to the space anomaly, they have a wider variety. The construction research unit only has this basic stuff, just the basic building block stuff. So you can do all that. But they have a save beacon in here. The save beacon is an amazing item to have. So I'm going to go look around for one buried technology. Do we not have any buried technology around here? Are you serious? None? None whatsoever, huh? Well, the other thing you can do is you can make this into a base if you'd like. So you can put a base computer down and you can mark it. Basically, you're just trying to mark the location. That way you don't need a chart like what we used earlier to find it every single time. But when you get to a harmonic camp, first thing you'll notice is all of these wheelbarrows, they have harmonic scrap. If you open these up, you will get random items. Like I just got 44 runaway mold from that one. This one gave me a void moat, which is an end game thing. Don't worry about that yet. But we're going to keep that for later on. This one is going to give us some viscous fluids. Here we go over here. Harmonic scrap. Ooh, we got a suspicious packet of arms. It's an upgrade. And that is a infra knife. That's a weapon for our ship. We'll keep that. Harmonic scrap we got. What was that? Nanites out of that one. And I think we got more nanites out of that one. And then we got more nanites out of that one. So you get random items from these wheelbarrows. You might get an upgrade. You might get a suit, an inventory upgrade, all that kind of stuff. But the big deal right here is the harmonic interface for this camp. So this thing is going to be locked down because this is a Sentinel planet. Our shells consumed by fire. Our minds purged by betrayal. Banished to the glass beneath. Forgotten by creation. But no longer we are given life. As something gives life to themselves, we shall create ourselves in our own image. The terminal repeats this message endlessly, a loop chanted out across its circuits. A strange interface glows with a familiar sequence of glyphs. So this is where, like, if you input your override glyphs, you need to know what those are. We have no idea what this is. So let's go back and let's scan the memory registers. So this is it. So this is going to be kind of, it's not explanatory, but you can when you look at it, you kind of get an idea of, okay, what is 4 minus 1? It's 3. The next register is a 2 plus 7, which is 9. And the last one is a 10 plus 4, which is 14. So that is a 3, a 9, and a 14. What does that mean? Well, let's go back to the main interface. 3, 9, 14 is what we have to remember. Now, if we go to input override, we have 3 different numbers here we can get. Input glyphs. If you select one, you'll see glyph 1, 2, 3, 4. Every glyph is numbered. So, remember, it's 3, 9, 14. So let's input glyph number 3. And if we go up here, we can do number 9. Right here, glyph 11, 10, 9. Right here, glyph 9. And then if we do, the last one was 14, right? If we do 14, it unlocks it. So that's what you have to do. And keep in mind, it does not need to be in a particular order. You don't have to do exactly 3, 9, 14. It could have been 14, 3, 9, or whatever. As long as you get those 3 numbers correct, it doesn't matter which order you put them in. So just keep that in mind. You don't have to worry about, oh, it has to be in perfect order. What? You don't have to do any of that. Compliance. Access granted. Harmony awaits you. We're going to lift that lockdown. The terminal buzzes, discordant, but its circuits do appear to comply with my request. Whatever force was locking down this camp has been lifted. With the lockdown lifted, the terminal spits out blueprints for a piece of hybrid jetpack technology. A fusion of Sentinel and something else. Something familiar and yet distant. So now we have the Aeron Turbojet. It's a new jetpack we can install, or basically we can apply. It's just cosmetic. It just looks cooler. But yeah, it's really, really cool. So there you go. But that's not it. If you go back into the interface, the terminal has ceased its digital whaling. I am permitted to access the camp's systems. So now we can deactivate a multi-tool seal, which is nearby. We can locate a dissident spike, which is a Sentinel ship, or we can leave. So let's deactivate the multi-tool seal. Accord. Harmonic seal deactivated. So now, if you come over here to this container on the left, you'll see there is a multi-tool right here that was locked before. We couldn't get in. Now the box is open. And we can take this. This is a Sentinel multi-tool. These are freaking awesome. And one cool thing is, if you don't like the way this looks, all you have to do is get in and out of your ship to create a save. And let's reload our save now. Restore point. Let's reload that. We just made a manual save. If you reload a save, sometimes it'll change out the box. Now, there is an art style to this. There is a method to multi-tool hunting. I'm giving you a very basic, bare bones version of doing that. If you reload a save, sometimes this box will change. Well, it looks different, doesn't it? Look at that weapon terminal. So now it's a rifle instead of a pistol. It's still a C class, but look at that. We have a little bit larger. So keep that in mind. If you don't like the multi-tool, sometimes you can reload a save right around it. Sometimes you need to go to a different planet. If you reload on certain planets, it will change. If you reload on certain space stations, like if you go to a space station, that will change as well. There is a method to the madness, very, very generic. This is the basics of doing that. If you want in-depth guides, there are guides on YouTube. Definitely check those out. But 30,000 foot view, just get in and out of your ship and reload, and it will change it just a little bit. There is a pool of multi-tools that are in this system. And so every time you reload a save, it changes them out to something else. So I'm going to go with this one because I like the rifle. The look of the rifle is way better. And if we compare it to our regular multi-tool, it has a lot more room in it because it's a rifle. They're both C class, so they're not really that different. Like the stats are barely different. Like we're talking, what, 400 damage on mine, 383 on this one. You know, but this one has a scanner range of 241. Mine only has 200. So it's basically the same multi-tool. However, it has way more areas, way more room for upgrades, and that's what we're looking for. But you see these red exclamation point areas? These are broken nodules that we're going to need to fix. We need to fix all of these before we can use them. And so we're going to need pieces like an inverted mirror. We're going to need, you know, Atlantidium. We're going to need all these pieces that are only found on corrupted planets in order to upgrade this, in order to use it. But I'm taking it for sure. I am taking that. So now that is our multi-tool. So that's what I'm using right now. And again, you can go through and fix all of this stuff. I will say I want to use all my upgrades from my original multi-tool. So this is where it gets kind of laborious or maybe a little bit complicated. You press down on your D-pad. Go over here to the gear icon, the utility icon. And now, this is all of your utilities. This is where you can change your view. You can also change your multi-tools. So I have two different ones now. I have my original that they gave me, and then my new Sentinel multi-tool. If I switch back to my original, go into my inventory, look at that, that's my original one. And I can take off all of these upgrades and use them on a different multi-tool if I want to. So, if you press Y if you're on Xbox, that's triangle if you're on PlayStation, it will pick up that technology and package it. So now I can put it down in my inventory, and now it's permanent. I mean, I can keep it. I can move it to anything I want. So let's do that with all these upgrades. We're going to press Y to pick it up and move it over to our suit, our cargo, our backpack. And you can do that with most of them. It won't allow you to take the mining beam out because you need a mining beam on your multi-tool, right? It wouldn't be useful if it didn't have a mining beam. But you can take out terrain manipulator if you'd like. And I think you can take out the visor as well. Yeah, you can take out the visor. You can take out your scanner as well. We don't need these because we already have that on our other multi-tool. Every multi-tool should have these three items. A laser, a scanner, and a visor. They should have all three of those, so you don't need to move those. Let's switch back over. So again, press down on your D-pad. Go over to your utility gear and switch over to my dream ejector. That is our new Sentinel multi-tool. Very awesome. And let's see what we can do here. So I'm going to put my laser, my hijacked laser. This is the laser for your Sentinel multi-tool. It's very important. We're going to put that in our supercharged slot. And then we have our scanner. We'll put that over here. And we'll leave our analysis visor over there. So we kind of separate them out so we have a little bit of room to put our upgrades around them, right? So let's pick up our upgrades from our old multi-tool. And if you press X to install, or square if you're on PlayStation, now we can put it down. Boom. Mining beam. We have our advanced mining beam right next to our hijack laser. We have all these cool upgrades, so let's put them all in there. And our last one is our terrain manipulator. So yeah, we're good. I mean, we could use the Infernite. That's going to be on our ship. We don't need that. We don't need the junk, the viscous fluids. We went over that in the previous episode. Those are junk. Put that away. Put this on our ship. We don't need a cargo bulkhead. We'll put that on our ship. That's going to be important later on. The runaway mold, you can throw it away. You can also just refine it. Oh, I have something in here already. Let's take that out. If we put the runaway mold in here, though, just keep in mind, it's not really useful. So it's free nanites, but I'm going to get 8. I'm going to get 8 nanites, and it's going to take me 4 seconds to get it. So not very useful. It takes 5 runaway mold to make 1 nanite. And so, look, I even have some left over. I hate those. So these are kind of junky. I don't like them. You can do that. It's, you know, it's possible, but, I mean, I think it's a waste of time. Anyway, we got all that done. So the other thing that a Harmonic Camp will do for you is you can locate a dissonant spike. This is a Sentinel Ship. So let's do that. It'll locate a random one on this planet. And I say random one, it kind of will look for one nearby, but sometimes you'll go all the way across a planet to go find one. Like this one, how far away is this one? It is an hour away, so it's not that far away. So now we can go get that ship. Now, remember, you don't want to lose this camp because we can always come back here and we can locate another ship. So it's just like the signal booster. It'll only mark one thing at a time. So we already have one marked. It won't mark another one until we go there and locate this ship. So before I leave, I'm going to make a base computer because I'm going to turn this into, I want to basically put down a marker so I know exactly where this is all the time. So let's do this. Universal Archive reveals no prior claim. Let's claim it. So this is going to be our base now. So you don't need to upload it. You don't need to do anything. Basically, I'm just putting an item down. You can do a save beacon, or you can do this, a base computer, because now anywhere I go, it'll keep a marker where that base computer is because that's where my base is, right? So I can always fly back here and locate another ship. And when we get over here, I'll show you how to utilize a ship, how to make it into yours, because the crashed Sentinel ships are different than a normal crashed ship. A normal crashed ship is going to be very broken, and you need to fix the engine and stuff like that. The crashed Sentinel ships are aggroed to you. They don't like anything that's not a Sentinel. So we're going to need to convince it otherwise. Let's go down here. And as we go down there, remember we have our Multitool. There is one massive, massive benefit to a Sentinel Multitool. It has a hijacked laser. That is the laser for the Multitool. That's how you're going to get your materials, like any other Multitool. However, the hijacked laser doesn't count as a laser for the game. So they allow you to put in a normal laser as well. So you're going to have 2 different lasers, mining beams, on this Multitool, which works to your benefit. It is crazy. So once we get down here and land, I will show you what I mean by that. So let me land right here. So if I'm just mining anything normally, so I have my hijacked laser on my Multitool. I'm going to mine this cactus right here, right? See, it's normal. And you see at the top right-hand side of the screen, you see my temperature is rising like normal, like any other Multitool, right? The longer you use it, the more likely you are to overheat it. And just like any other Multitool, the hotter it gets, the more damage it does. So now it'll go really, really fast because the laser's hot. So now I'm going to be blowing through all this stuff normally, right? And then we'll get there, and we're about to overheat now. Heat warning. And overheated, right? Oh, dang. There you go. That took a while. However, if you install a secondary laser, so we have a mining beam right here. It's going to cost you 60 ferrite dust. Before you do this, remember, this is permanent. You cannot remove a normal mining beam. It is built in. It is never going to go away. So once you do this, there's no going back. So I'm going to do that. Install a mining beam, 60 ferrite dust. And now I have 2 mining beams in here, right? So we need to get some Atlantidium. Let's do that. But I have 2 mining beams. Now, Look at this. If I try to cut down the cactus just like before, it's going twice as fast. And if I hold down this this laser, look at that heat over in the top right-hand side of the screen. It is going up so slowly. So basically, your laser works twice as good, and it takes twice as long to overheat it. It is crazy. And if you put upgrades on this thing, it will never overheat. On my main save, I have my main weapon, my main multi-tool is a Sentinel multi-tool because I have amazing upgrades on it. It will run out of fuel before it overheats. Like I'll go from 100% filled to 0 without overheating whatsoever. I can hold this laser down all day and it'll never overheat. It'll run out of fuel before it overheats. It's crazy good. So that is a huge, huge advantage to Sentinel multi-tools. This is why you want them. Plus, if you have a really good one with a good setup on supercharged slots, they will do insane numbers on damage. Oh, we have a Sentinel. Where's that Sentinel at? I saw him. Don't worry about me. I'm not doing anything bad. I'm one of you. I have a Sentinel multi-tool. Anyway, that is a huge benefit, and that's why you'd want a Sentinel multi-tool. There are more advanced ones, like your staff can do that, and the Atlantis multi-tools, but those are way end game. You don't want to worry about that yet. Those are way deeper into the game. Early on, when you first start out, the Sentinel multi-tool is one of the best you can get in the game. We landed pretty far away from our freaking ship. Let's get up here. So that is a Sentinel ship over here. Oh, God. Gotta use my jetpack to get up here. So let's crack open a Sentinel ship and try to take it as our own. So these are different than compared to a normal crashed ship. So first thing is they look cool. I like the look of a Sentinel ship. And once you find a Sentinel ship on a planet, every other Sentinel ship will look exactly like this one. So this is why you put a marker at the Harmonic Camp. Because now, if you really like this one, you can go look for more of these. So yeah, this one looks pretty cool. It's a red one. I'm not partial to red. I don't like the landing gear, but it looks okay. Let's crack it open and see what's going on here. It is a C class. So we know that because it has a C next to the name. This will change. If it's an A class, it'll look like an A. You know, if it's an S class, it'll be an S. But it also has 3 components in here because it's broken. It has some pugnium. Okay, awesome. It has salvaged glass. This is a really unique item that you get from destroying Sentinels. This will give you, if you crack it open, different objects. It'll randomly give you a thing, either an upgrade or a material. These are good. We'll save that for later. And then it has a Highline brain. This is like the control unit for the Sentinel ship. However, it is volatile. It is hostile to you because you're a traveler and the Sentinels hate travelers. So we need to take this thing out. And now we need to convince the brain that we're good. The way to do that is we need radiant shards and we need a inverted mirror. We need 3 radiant shards though, so we need another one. So let's look around for a radiant shard. Of course, we don't have any nearby. Let's look at some of the wreckage over here. Do you have anything good in here? It has pugnium. We'll take that. We don't need anything else now, so we'll leave that alone. Now we need radiant shards. I bet you they're going to be down there. So let's just jump down here. Oh, there's a building down here as well. Oh, it's a miner settlement. So this is where we can buy upgrades. Very, very cool. I like that. That's very lucky. But mostly what we're looking for is these radiant shards. These big purple crystals that we saw on the last planet. That's what we need. So let's grab this one right here. That was so fast because I'm using my Sentinel multi-tool. I love this thing. Excuse me. Sorry, I didn't mean to punch you. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, so now we have those items. Now the Highline Brain will pulsate because we need to probe the subconscious. Basically, we're looking for a location to soothe the brain, convince it that we're on the side of the brain of the Sentinel ship. And so we found one. It's over there. So I'm going to call in my ship. And we need to fly over there because that is 26 minutes away, and I don't want to do that on foot. So call in my ship. And let's fly over there. So you'll have two markers. That is the ancient structure that will convince the brain. And that is the ship right there. Sentinel salvage site. Let's fly over here. Oh man, it's far away. Okay, the higher you go, the faster you go. So definitely maybe go outside the atmosphere if you need to. And then, oh, I went too far because I went too high. All right, let's go down here. Now, once you get here, this is going to be a monolith, but this is a special monolith that is going to help us basically convert the brain into our friend. That way we can use that Sentinel ship. So if we talk to this one, it's highlighted, and we have the brain with us. If you don't have it in your inventory, you won't be able to do this. The ancient site stirs as I approach, stone scraping against stone. Warmth radiates from the Highline Brain within my pack, as though in response. The mind of the ship child is interlocked with the hive. Current instructions: seek and eliminate anomalies. Enmesh archival sentience with surrogate entity, so basically mesh that brain with ours. Yes. I fumble with the ship's brain, almost dropping it as it glows unbearably hot in my hands. The pain radiates far beyond my hands, an unearthly heat, a heat that melts glass. Its circuitry shifts and then grows still. The brain seems to accept my presence now. So now the harmonic brain is given back to us, and now it is gelled with us. Now we can put this into our ship and it will become ours. It's docile. So let's hop back into our ship and fly back to the wreckage. Right over here. There we go. See, are we going a little bit faster now that I'm above the surface? And right down here. Can I land? Oh, I can. Okay, beautiful. So now if we try to put the brain back in, it will be the pilot interface, and it's going to take a radiant shard, or 3 radiant shards, 1 inverted mirror, and a harmonic brain, which is the soothed brain we just got. We do that. Now we can control it. Now this can become ours if we want it. At this point, this is just like a normal crash ship. The big distinction, though, is look at that. There's no broken parts on this Sentinel ship. So you don't need to fix it. All you need to do is basically take out the brain and convert it to make you the user, and you're good to go. Everything else in here is basically beautifully set up. We're all good. So we're going to compare, and just like any other crashed ship, you can just claim it if you want to. If you have the room, remember, you're allowed to have 12 ships. You're allowed to have up to 12 of them. So right now I only have 1. I have my starter ship. I don't have any other ships. This will be my second one. And so I have plenty of room. I can have up to 12. This is only my second one. We're good. But the other thing to keep in mind is if you want to switch out any of this stuff to your ship, if you press left and right on your D-pad, it'll switch pages. You can. So if I want to just transfer all this over to my new ship, done, done, done. There you go. Press A if you're on Xbox. That would be X if you're on PlayStation. You're going to quick transfer all this over. That way you don't have to worry about doing this manually. Like if you don't do it that way, then you're going to have to manually take it out of the old ship and put it in your new ship one by one, which is a pain in the butt. The other thing is you can take out your upgrades. However, you can't do it now. So what we have to do is, let's back out. Go back into our starship inventory. We don't have a lot of room. Well, let's take it out, just like we did with our multi-tool. You press Y if you're on Xbox, triangle if you're on PlayStation. You package it and put it down. We're going to put it back in my backpack. That way I have it for later. And we're going to take out all the upgrades that we put into this ship. Now, just like your multi-tool, you can't take out the important parts. Like you can't take the engine out. You can't take your shields. You can't take any of this stuff. This is all basics that you need, a necessity for your ship. You can't just take out that stuff. You can take out the cannon, though, if you wanted. You can also take out the rocket launcher if you wanted. You know, that kind of stuff. You can't take out the hyperdrive. Once you put it in, it's permanent. You can't take that out. So now we've moved all that out. Now let's accept it. Let's take this over. Going to compare. Don't have any upgrades in here, but this page, again, I'm going to have to move it all over. That way I keep it all in my new ship. Boom, 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 boom. So we moved everything over from my primary ship to the new abandoned starship, and we're going to claim it. So now this is our new active ship. If I go into my inventory, I look at my starship. There it is. This is my new ship. Very awesome. And I have all my stuff in here. And because I pulled out all the upgrades, I can put these in here as well. So we can just do that. Pulse engine upgrade right here. Hyperdrive upgrades. There you go. And then you have the same upgrades. Like you don't need any special Sentinel upgrades to fit in this ship. They use the conventional upgrades. They just look a little different. So this is a Crimson Core. It is your Interstellar Atlas propulsion. That's your hyperdrive. So if I put it next to my hyperdrive, notice how it highlights now. This right here is my shield, the Aeon shield. There's no highlight on it. See, there's no box around it, but if I put it next to the shield upgrades, now it has a yellow box around it. So that's kind of how you can figure out which upgrades go with which technology on a Sentinel ship. After a while, you get used to what they look like, and so you kind of go, oh, okay, I know that's my pulse engine. It doesn't look like it. It's a luminance engine, but it's a pulse engine. Things like that. That's my weapon right here, so this is going to be my weapon. They also, this one comes with a phase beam, so that's the 2 weapons on here. This is my launch thruster, my anti-gravity well. So there you go for that one. So you have all the same technologies. You don't need to get special Sentinel upgrades. You don't need any of that stuff. It works with normal upgrades. Don't worry about it. Very, very easy. So hopefully you guys liked the episode. If you did, hit that like button. And in the next episode, we're going to get used to our new Sentinel technology. Both our multi-tool and our new Sentinel ship. So I will see you guys then.